I grabbed a ladle from my kitchen and a dollar store plastic pot. We're going to start by hot gluing our ladle directly to the container. So I'm going to use my glue skillet. Feel free to use a glue gun, but I'm just going to take a scrap floral stem and apply a very generous amount of hot glue to the backside of this ladle. And then just place it right on the plastic. Now that the glue is hardened, we're going to come back in with even more hot glue on the base of our ladle. So apply a generous amount. If it drips on your tray, that is a-okay. And the bottom part is actually a cake stand that I got on clearance. So now we're going to just hold this here for a minute while it hardens up. And with this pot being lightweight plastic, it'll hold up just fine. Now we have some flowers, and you can find all sorts of flowers and greenery from nicksseasonaldecor.com. And what we're going to do is snip off each flower stem individually. So now that we've removed our flowers, what we're going to do is take them, dip them into our glue skillet, and start gluing them right to the ladle. So after dipping them in your glue skillet, apply a generous amount of hot glue, and then what you can start doing is gluing it right to the handle of your ladle. Now we still have a few flowers left from those 2 sprays we broke down, and we're just going to work them right into the ladle. So of course you can come back in with a little brick of foam, but with this being displayed in my kitchen, I don't think we need to waste any extra materials or extra money by working in any foam. The ladle does a great job of keeping the hot glue in place. So we're just going to continue filling in. Now we're going to just continue working in even more beautiful flowers. And look at how pretty this looks with the purple in different shades against the green. But let's work in a little bit more green. And feel free to use a plastic bowl that you might already have in your cupboard. So many different ways of creating this beautiful effect. But let's snip down these individually again. So I always recommend breaking apart your sprays. That way you can stretch your dollar and you're not having to use a whole bunch of sprays, which in return would cost you a ton of money. So we'll just dip these in our glue skillet and pepper them in throughout. And we'll place one more there, and our final spray we'll tuck up top. And here is how it turned out, and I think it turned out so cute. So we used a container, a green container from the dollar store, a few flowers that only cost a couple dollars, an old ladle that I've had in my kitchen for years, and I'm excited about an upgrade for that, and a clearance pie tray or cake stand, whatever you want to call it. You can use whatever container you have on hand as well. So for about $5 or $6, we created a really pretty arrangement, and I love that it looks like the flowers are spilling out of the container. Thank you all so much for watching. You can do this in any color combo, and I think it would be beautiful to work for any season and holiday as well.
I began my project by taking my drill. I just made the watering can holes on the spout a little bit larger. I took my string of fairy lights and I pushed them up through the opening of the spout. You're going to weave it back down, out the opening again. We're going to repeat this process. I drilled some holes in the sides just so that you could see the lights from inside the can as well. This is my flat back basket, and then this is the arrangement that I have that I stick in here every spring. So I stick one command strip on the glass on my door and then the other one on the back of the basket. I'm going to use the wreath hanger to actually hang the watering can over top of the basket, and this is the display here.
I found one of these larger ones for $2.50. We're going to be using this vinyl tablecloth. So we're just going to gather up our fabric, going to take our scissors and cut it off. I'm actually going to string 2 zip ties together, and what we're going to do is gather our fabric. So now that we have our little cluster of fabric secured, what we can do then is take our zip tie and tie it off. Cut the excess zip tie off. All I've been doing is just pulling a little bit, piece by piece, of the top until we have that nice pleating. So we're just going to snip all of that excess off, take our ribbon, I'm just going to take it and place it right here and secure it once more with a zip tie. Now it's time to add some flowers, dip them in our glue skillet, and I'm placing it on the inside of this. So now we cut off the individual leaves, and what we can do then is just poke them right in. So then we can take a few more of these wisteria stems. Now we have some of these beautiful pink roses, and here is the finished ball. You can do this in different colors for different seasons and holidays, and varied sizes for added texture.